Hey everybody! Today we're going to be making a dinner that is remaking things from like leftovers. Okay, so when I was a kid, we ate a lot of S.O.S, and if you're familiar with it, then I don't need to explain what S.O.S is. If you're not familiar with it, it's stuff on a shingle, also known as biscuits and gravy. But we're going to be taking a spin on this so that we can reuse some of our leftovers and eat more frugally and also kind of hide some veggies for the kids. So let me show you what we've got. For today's dinner, we're starting out with some leftover roasted veggies that I had in my sheet pan dinner video. We'll start by pureeing up these veggies. It's mostly zucchini and there's some turnips. Add water to make it into a gravy consistency. Any protein will work for this, but I'm using some chicken that I had already cooked up. Let's pour our veggie puree into a warm pan. We're going to start heating it up. At this point, I'm going to put some bouillon or broth base. Mine is chicken. If you don't have it, that's fine. You might add a little extra salt instead. I'm going to add a lot of cracked pepper because my family loves cracked pepper gravy, and that helps make the flavor somewhat similar to a normal gravy. We're going to add some milk, however much milk you'd like to make it the right consistency and the right color. Stir it all up, and one of the nice things is because you've got this puree, you don't really need to add any flour or cornstarch to thicken it. Here I'm adding in my diced up chicken. Whatever you have pre-cooked, mix it in right here. Here I'm making a biscuit recipe. It has 2 cups of flour, a tablespoon of sugar, a tablespoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of lard or Crisco or whatever you have. This is my home rendered lard I just finished. Yes, I know it's darker than a lot of people's lard. There was a lot of meat in it when I was cooking it into lard, but it still works really well. And then 3/4 of a cup of milk. This is a 1/3 cup measure, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it, okay? Go ahead and mix up your biscuits. And I ended up having to do a double batch because my family is larger. I like to roll out my biscuits, but you could do drop biscuits or however you like to do biscuits. I go ahead and cut my biscuits out just with a knife. They don't have to be the same size or shape. Bake them at 425 for about 12 minutes or so. And when they come out, they're nice and golden. I burned my thumb a little bit here. Cook up some eggs to top it, and you've got a delicious breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And I like to use some homemade hot sauce on there to give it some extra flavor. So as you can see, leftovers does not mean that you have to eat it the exact same way that you did before. My kids, for the most part, totally enjoyed it. I have one that's just not a gravy fan, but he enjoyed the biscuits and eggs. And the rest of them just absolutely loved it. Right, Teresa? Say hi. Hi. Good job. And today, our peaches are ready for us to start canning. They're nice and ripe. Just ripe enough for canning. So I've got to make room in my phone so I can record all of that. So I wanted to get this video out to you all, and happy eating.